Okay, what's going on, everybody? Give me a moment. I want to make sure stuff is working, which is apparently a lot to ask for these days. Okay, it looks like it's good. It looks like it's good. We should be good to go. Yeah, it is. It's fine. It's fine. We've got this up and running. That was weird. That did all sorts of crazy stuff there. So, the Nintendo Direct that we have tonight. What are we going to see here? We'll see a couple of existing things that we already know about. We'll see some Valkyria Chronicles 4 footage. Sega have shown off dozens of different videos at this point for Valkyria Chronicles 4. All these little bits of info, like combat, characters, whatever. But they haven't given us a release date. I really want a release date. There's a Japanese release date, but I want our release date. That's the more important one for me. So that's that. I just want to... Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. So what else do I think we'll see? We might see some Bayonetta 3, even if it's just CG cutscenes or in-game cutscenes. It might not be gameplay. It might be gameplay, but realistically, I think we'd see one of the first ones I mentioned. I don't think we'll see any Metroid. I think we will see more of games we already know about, like, let's see, great PC quality, sound and vision. I'm glad it worked. Thanks, by the way, for letting me know that it was all off. I wouldn't have realized that, and I would have just ruined the entire thing because, yeah, my luck. But what else will we see anyway? We'll see some footage of stuff we already know, like Donkey Kong, and there was another Wii U remaster that I forgot that is coming soon. No, it wasn't a Wii U remaster. It was Dark Souls. I think we'll see a little bit more Dark Souls as well. We'll probably get an updated release date. Actually, I don't think we have a release date on Mario Tennis, whatever the tennis version was. I think it's Mario Aces, maybe. I don't remember. Wasn't really into it myself. I think we'll see one or two small little indie sizzle reels or indie showcases and all. As far as the 3DS goes, I don't know what's even upcoming on the 3DS that we know about. That I don't think they'll instantly announce a bunch of new games. I think it's going to be stuff. We might have a Pokemon spin-off. I don't know, because it's really info from Retro Studios, possibly. We know that Retro Studios has been working on something for years now, but it's not Metroid, allegedly, so who knows. But maybe we'll find out what they're actually working on. We know the 3DS stuff is doing its thing. Yeah, 60-sec hype, we're almost there. So I gotta get the last couple of things out. What do I want to see? I also think we'll probably see some paid Super Mario Odyssey DLC, which I'm kind of okay with, because the game is just so good, and the Zelda DLC was a bit of a letdown, but the gameplay in Mario is far superior to the gameplay in Zelda, so adding more of that is definitely a good thing. What would I like to see in this? Well, the number one main thing I want to see, but probably won't, is Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE remastered on the Switch, because I like that game, but I hated using the gamepad on the Switch. The Reggie quitting. I don't think we'll see Reggie quitting. Also, I don't think we'll see Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for Nintendo Switch in this direct. It was announced earlier tonight. I don't think we'll see it. Also, let me know if the YouTube volume is too loud. Here we go. 30-minute Nintendo Direct.
皆さんおはようございます。任天堂ダイレクトの案内役を務めます小泉です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Directly to you. I know he doesn't do it because that's Iwata's thing, but
任天堂スイッチと任天堂 3DS に関するさまざまな情報をお届けしていきます。
I also think we'll get some info
まず
about
は
their online
3DS
service.
のヘッドラインです。
Right, 3DS
It's the
headline.
biggest collection in this microgame series.
Oh, it's a Wario game, a Wario collection.
The latest in the WarioWare series is coming to the Nintendo 3DS family of systems.
Yay!
Which means
said no one ever.
there's a new way to play Wario's strangely satisfying microgames. With classics
I have
and new
one of the
additions,
Wii ones,
there are
and that's
300 microgames to enjoy, making this the biggest entry in the series. Press buttons. Tilt the system.
Oh, it's okay.
Use the touchscreen.
I'm
and
not
microphone.
really into these
Only
mini
Wario
games.
could come up with this many control schemes.
It was
Think
okay in
fast.
the
What
Wii.
playstyle is required for this one?
Because you
Better figure it out
a lot of
and
people.
dig
It was
that
it was a
crazy
decent
action
party
while it's
console.
hot. Hey, some familiar characters are rocking new looks. This is the most jam-packed game in the series yet. Just look at that face. Even Wario can't contain his wicked grin. WarioWare Gold launches
I think the
July
one I have is
27th.
WarioWare Smooth Moves.
Pulse-pounding races and battles await Dylan and your me. Race down enemy Groks and
Dylan's
rock them
dead
in
hot-
battle to
dead heat
defend
breakers.
frontier villages. Yes, sir.
This
Action
looks
meets tower defense
straight to the
in
eShop.
Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers. This time, the Red Flash himself,
Okay,
Dylan,
cool.
will team up with your own animalized me character. Be strategic and use your whole team.
There we go. Hopefully this is a
What
bit
in
better.
tarnation? Your friend's me characters can join the team.
I've
as
never done
gunners.
anything like this, so I'm not sure
Well,
on
you'll need their
volume
help to face
levels.
each wave of transforming monsters. Who or what will you and Dylan get tangled up with? Never mind
Luckily,
that.
nothing
There's
important
an
was
enemy
drowned
invasion
out,
to
so-
stop,
because
and a
this has
frontier
all
in
been kinda
desperate
crap.
need of some heroes. Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers rolls out on May 25th.
May
in
25th.
stores and on
That's the
Nintendo
same
eShop.
day as Detroit Become Human.
Are the brothers and Bowser still better together?
Oh, it's another Paper
Nintendo
Mario
DS
game, is
classic
it?
Mario and Luigi, Bowser's
Oh, not
Inside
Paper Mario.
Story is
The
back for
yeah,
more
Mario and
gut-busting
Luigi Stories
adventures.
game.
Mario and Luigi have been tasked with finding a cure for the Blorbs, a disease threatening all life in the Mushroom
I'm not a fan
Kingdom.
of those games, but I know a lot of
thanks
people
to
are.
Fawful, both brothers have been devoured by Bowser, and so their journey takes them deep into the belly of the beast, leaving Bowser to scour the kingdom for the cure.
A lot
The
of
only
people
way
say
forward
that
is
they
to change between the
are
Bros and Bowser.
similar to
The big bad will even
Paper
beef
Mario
up for
and Super
monstrous
Mario
boss
RPG.
battles fit for a king. Take him down.
Your
in
production
this
check is in the
action-packed
post.
RPG.
Exactly. Exactly. I do like the
And-
way you can turn it and
Uh-oh.
do some extra stuff
Looks
on
like
it.
his boy wants in on the action. Find out what happens behind the scenes in the untold story of Bowser Jr.
I only played the first one.
When
Is
Mario
it
and Luigi,
Bowser's
Inside
Nightmare
Story
or
plus
Bowser's
Bowser
Dream or
Jr.'s
something?
Journey launches in
I didn't really like
2019.
it, so I never really continued on with the series.
Here's the scoop on Detective Pikachu, plus
Wow.
a new amiibo.
I even forgot there was a Detective
Something about
Pikachu
this
game.
Pikachu is a little different. He's gruff,
You agree with me, don't you?
runs his mouth,
Don't boss me around.
likes coffee,
That
This hi-hat blend is as delicious
that voice
as
on
ever.
Pikachu though.
and no one knows why. Welcome to Rhyme
That's
City,
so
where
weird.
humans and Pokemon usually live in
Pikachu
harmony.
sounding like a grizzled,
But
dirty
recently,
Harry detective.
Pokemon have been behaving oddly and running amok.
So there's a fake
Luckily, a boy named Tim and Detective Pikachu are on the case, facing each mystery head-on.
I haven't been keeping up with this, so I don't know how the game plays at all.
How was that? Did I do it?
Shortly after this Nintendo Direct, the game will be available for pre-purchase on Nintendo eShop for Nintendo 3DS.
Oh, I thought he was
Crack
going
the
to say
case with
directly just
Detective Pikachu when
released.
The game launches March 23rd. Plus, keep your eyes peeled for this extra-large Detective Pikachu amiibo figure,
Oh, it's out in 2
which
weeks.
launches the same day.
I had no idea.
Mysterious Mansion reappears in Nintendo 3DS
Oh,
Remake.
for a second there, when it saw the mansion, I was thinking it was original Luigi's mansion. Wait a minute.
Nintendo GameCube classic Luigi's
It
Mansion
is!
has been remade for Nintendo 3DS.
Oh my god! I am buying that!
Fans of Luigi's
I
Mansion
can't
2
wait. Just
can
over the
now
last few
explore
days,
the
I was
original
dying to
mansion
get
where Mario
Luigi's Mansion on the
lives.
GameCube again. This is perfect.
Luigi's something of a scaredy cat, but these classic ghosts and traps are no match for his vacuum cleaner.
Oh god, Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu and
Besides,
Detective
the
Pikachu in the
mansion's
movie
map
is going to be
will
so
displayed
weird.
on the bottom screen.
I probably won't see it, but
If you work up the courage, fight the ghosts of your past battles in the new Boss Rush mode.
oh, I can't wait for this.
Luigi's Mansion for Nintendo 3DS
Oh, it's-
launches this year.
It's only this year. God damn, that means it's Christmas.
That's all for Nintendo 3DS headlines.
Okay, that's not bad. 6 minutes on the 3DS, so
いかが
we've
でした
got
か？
24 minutes of the
さ
Switch.
てここからは任天堂 Switch のタイトルをご紹介していきます。まずはヘッドラインです。
What do we got?
Kirby can
Kirby.
even make friends with those characters?
I'm not a huge Kirby fan.
Kirby
This,
Star Allies finally launches next week.
I know a lot of
As you
people
fight
are
through
big
your
into this
adventure,
new
you'll
Kirby
reach
one
dream
though.
palaces where, surprise, even fan-favorite legacy characters can become Kirby's friends. Well, dream friends anyway.
I was never-
When you're
like I said, I was
saving
never
the
a
world,
huge fan
it's
of
nice
Kirby.
to have some heavy hitters on your side, even the likes of King
Although
Dedede.
when I got the NES Classic, I
Meta
did
Knight,
play a lot of Kirby
and
on that,
Anna
and I
Waddle
actually
Dee.
found out that it was nowhere near as... I kind of misjudged it a little.
Eventually, more Dream Friends will be added to the game via free updates after launch. The
At least they're
first
actually
update will
supporting it
include Rick,
post-launch.
Kine, and Ku. Marks
Marks.
and Gooey.
Okay, Marks looked like he didn't have a reason for his name.
It's like a dream come true to bring this ragtag crew of characters together from across the Kirby series. Kirby Star Allies launches on Nintendo Switch
Yeah, it's
March
next week.
16th, and the first free update will be available March 28th. Oh yeah, a quick reminder, a free demo is available now in Nintendo
Oh, that's why
eShop
everyone
on
was talking
Nintendo
about it
Switch.
recently, because there's a
What
demo.
else are friends for?
I was wondering about that.
And
Too many
Epic Tale
Kirby.
returns
Oh,
with new
Okami
artistic
HD.
touches. Okami, the grand adventure in classical Japanese style, rises again in
A lot
the
of people
HD
were
version
really asking
to
for this
save the
game.
land from a terrible curse. The
Mainly
legendary
because the
Okami,
remaster
Amaterasu,
came
was
out
resurrected,
on
setting off on a quest with
PS4,
the wandering
PC, and
artist,
Xbox One
Isu,
recently. I
overcome
actually have the PC
challenges
version, I haven't
using
got
the
around to
power
playing it
of
yet.
the gods, the celestial
And everyone was
brush.
always upset that it never came
With
to
mere
the
brushstrokes,
Switch.
you can make a variety of miracles come to fruition. In the Nintendo Switch version, use
You can
touchscreen
touchscreen.
control in handheld mode. Or use the Joy-Con controller's motion controls in TV mode or tabletop mode.
But what if you
Both
have a
methods
pro controller
offer
like a
an
normal
intuitive
person?
way to solve puzzles and defeat your foes. Meet an eclectic cast. Solve mysteries. And slay countless monsters to
I can't wait to
discover
actually
what
play
awaits
this
at
pretty
your
soon.
journey's end.
Although I will be playing the PC
Okami
version, of
HD
course. But
launches on Nintendo eShop
no,
on Nintendo Switch this summer.
the Switch stuff or the 3DS stuff is over, Flag. This is all Switch
Eat
stuff
up
we're back
and
onto
throw
now.
sushi on Nintendo Switch. An adventure unlike any other.
Oh great, it's more
Conveyor belt
shovelware.
Sushi action. It's Sushi Striker. the
Because
way
you know
of
the
Sushido.
Switch is Wii
The
2.0
story takes
sometimes.
place after the bitter sushi struggles. Raised in a world where sushi is forbidden, Musashi must wage all-out conveyor belt sushi battles to defeat the Empire and topple its sushi monopoly.
Like this
The
looks
gameplay
like
is deep, but the basics are simple. Just eat more
This looks
and
like a
more
mobile
sushi and
game.
pile up plates of matching
Really.
colors on a table, then throw them all at your opponent. Mix up your strategies to crush your enemies. If you manage to pull off a special move created by one of your sushi sprites, you may be able to get the upper
still need to
hand
buy
in battle.
Okami for
Of
either
course,
Xbox
there's a
One or
multiplayer
PS4.
mode
I
too.
did buy it last
Battling
gen, but
fellow
never
sushi
played much of it.
strikers
The
online
cover
can
for this
get
gen is
intense.
gorgeous. I
Sushi
have the
Striker,
PC
Way
version,
of
so I
Sushido
didn't actually get a
launches
chance to
simultaneously on
see
Nintendo
the
Switch
cover.
and Nintendo
Unless it's the
3DS
same
June
icon.
8th.
Then yeah, it looks pretty beast.
More travelers, more details,
It's probably
and
Octopath
more
Traveler.
launch info.
こんにちは、スクエアエニックス
Yeah.
の高橋です。本日はオクトパストラベラーの新情報
Some
を
new
3
info.
つお
I
持
actually
ち
played
し
the
ました
demo for this.
まずは新たな2人の主人公のご紹介です。
What lies beyond the horizon?
The Merchant Tressa. It's weird how Okami has a lot of attention, but those recent DMC ports are meant to be really bad cash grab-esques. I heard about the first one
トレサのフィールドコマンドは買い取る。
on PC running at like a
人
million
々が
frames
持っ
per
ている
second.
さまざまなアイテムを手に入れることができるでしょ
I
I
helped out someone
am
in a bind.
planning on
Simple
buying
as
them,
that.
but I'm holding off for now.
う。薬師のアーフェンは大陸中の人々を病から救うため
Alphen the
旅に出ます。
Obviously, he's with
アーフェンのフィー
potions
ルド
and
コマンドは引き出す。
whatnot.
通常の話すでは知り得ない情報を引き出すことができます。2つ目の新情報はバトルジョブ。
Oh, it was only
各キ
two
ャラクタ
characters.
ーに
Okay.
は基本となるベースジョブが
Merchant,
あるので
Dancer,
すが
Warrior, Apothecary.
バトルではもう一つジョブを装備することができます。
Oh, they have subjobs.
商人バトルではもう一つジョブを装備することができます。
Like skip back there a second.
商
That was
人の
weird.
トレサが踊り子のジョブを装備するとジョブとアビリティの組み合わせで戦略が大きく広がります。
I was actually really disappointed in Octopath Traveler when I played the demo.
さて3つ目の新情報、発売日が決まりました。7月13日発
July
売予定で
13th.
す。
At least it has a release date.
さらに
And-
海外向けにはご覧の特別版をご
That
用意
looks
しまし
nice.
た。中には8人の主人公と彼らの出身地を形にしたポップアップブックや
I like that
冒険
collector's
に役立
edition.
つ世界地図、さらには本
And
作
I've
で使
bought
用する
collector's
コインの
editions
レプリカなどが
before,
入
even
って
for
います
games
の
that I
で、
don't
ぜひ
want.
お楽しみに。特別版は通常版と同時発売を予定していま
I
す。
have a Bravely Second collector's edition in
皆
my
様
other
からいただい
room
たご意見を参考に、
which
そ
I've
して
never even
励みにしながら開発チーム一同ラ
because
スト
it was
スパートです。オクトパストラベラーをどうぞご期待ください。
The game's soundtrack will also be available to purchase digitally at a later date.
and they're actually calling it Octopath
What
Traveler as its
happens
full
when an
title.
otaku assassin enters the game
Oh, no
world?
more heroes.
The legendary gaming console, the Death Drive Mark II. Travis Touchdown wanders into the game world and embarks on a rampage of epic proportions. Inside, there's an
Come on,
action
Suda
game,
5-1. Give us something
racing,
good.
puzzles, a total of 7 different game titles. With his beam katana in hand, he vows to exterminate every last bug he finds.
This screams Suda
Gain his simple
5-1.
yet exhilarating basic attacks and his arsenal of skill attacks to cut them down to size. A
It does
brutal
feel
boss
kind.
lurks
It
at the
looks
end
like
of
it's
each
kind of a
game.
step back though.
Creatively combine your moves to crush them.
The US
Pass the
Direct has
Joy-Con
no
controller
subtitles,
to a
meaning
friend for
Europeans are
co-op
smarter.
multiplayer.
I assume the
And
US
partner up
Direct is
with the
probably
one
done
and
by
only
Reggie.
Badman. Did we mention the adventure mode, which tells a new story? Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch in 2018.
It feels like it's a little
In
bit of a
Dark
step back
Souls,
from the
every
open
challenge
world
is an opportunity. Plus, Amiibo.
of the previous ones. And this is what I predicted, that we'd see a bit more of
Dark
Dark Souls.
Souls. A world wrought with despair and hope.
See, I really want to buy that. Yeah. Oh, the Yakuza 6 collector's edition,
In
but
the
it's the price of
seemingly
2
endless
games. And
cycle
part
of
of me
death,
thinks I could,
one
should
clean
buy
victory
it.
becomes a
Well,
moment you'll never forget.
it depends on how much you want Yakuza.
Now you can savor your accomplishments anytime, anywhere for the first time on console with Nintendo Switch.
I think this looks
Before
awful
launch, there's
for
going to
multiple
be a
reasons.
network test, so players can try the game.
Because
if this will be
one-
your first Dark Souls experience, welcome to a brave new world.
Oh yeah, one, I don't like Dark Souls. It doesn't appeal to me at
Separately,
all.
the Solaire of Astora amiibo.
Oh my
will be
god,
released.
everyone is going to lose their
With
shit
it,
for that
You can
amiibo.
perform the popular Praise the Sun gesture with reckless abandon. Dark Souls Remastered.
Everyone is gonna
and
lose
the
their
Solaire
fucking
of
mind
Astora
for that.
amiibo launch on May 25th.
But yeah, I have no interest in Dark Souls, and not to mention it looks and runs terrible
いかがでしたか？
on the Switch.
ここで一つお知らせです。先日からマイニンテンドーのゴールドポイントがニンテンドースイッチ
I
の
saw this
ショップ
recently
で使えるよ
actually.
うになったのを
I got an
ご存知
email
でしょうか？
about it.
ソフトを購入する際、ゴールドポ
It's
イ
a
ン
bit
ト
of
を
a rip-off
お支
really.
払いにご利用いただけますので、ぜひご活用ください。
You know, buy a €70 game, get like
さて、
150 back.
ニンテンドースイッチのヘッドラインはまだまだ続きますが、ここでマリオテニスエースにスポットライトを当ててご紹介します。
Good
ご覧ください。
suggestion, Yuri.
An all-star roster of Mario series favorites is ready to rally in full-blown tennis battles, using their most tactical, tricked-out
It's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so yeah, I'm not used to doing it over a video.
their own distinct characteristics. The varied playstyles on the Nintendo Switch system allow up to 4 players to step onto the court together. Today we'll mainly cover the essentials of the refined tennis gameplay. There's a variety of shots to serve up, like a basic shot, top spin, slice, and a lob that'll zoom over your opponent's head, just to name a few.
This looks almost identical to... Was it the GameCube one? No, not the... Yeah, I think it was the GameCube one.
Shot. It lets you pinpoint any spot you want to aim at using motion controls and send the ball crashing down.
Motion
Zone
controls.
shots are really powerful, so if you get hit by one, your racket will take some damage. If your racket takes 3 hits, it'll break, forcing you to forfeit if it's your last one. It's an instant KO.
I don't get it.
Don't give up hope. You can stop a zone shot with a block. Return a shot with perfect timing, and you'll block, protecting your racket. It's
I'd rather-
no small feat to nail the timing just right.
I'd rather just play Wii Tennis.
When using zone speed, the world around you moves in slow motion, allowing you to perform incredible feats, like chasing down a quick shot. It's no instant win card, but it makes it a bit easier to block powerful zone shots. Of course, you can't just spam zone shots and zone speed the whole match.
Why not?
You can only initiate these moves by using up some of your energy gauge. The energy gauge slowly fills up the longer you keep a rally going.
Yeah, it's like they're... That's a good point, Paul. It's like they're bringing in the Zelda weapon damage into all their games now. That's not a good thing. That Zelda weapon damage was awful.
And jump over to knock it back. It's a risky maneuver. If you don't judge the timing or distance correctly, you may waste your energy or lose a point.
Boo for the win, though.
But if you're successful, your energy gauge will get a big boost. Fill up your gauge, and it's go time. Initiate your ultimate shot.
Ultimate
Special
shot. Special shot.
It will eat up your energy in a big way, but this thing can really turn the tide. It may
Knock Donkey
even
Kong
destroy
flying.
your opponent's racket in one hit. However, not even a special shot guarantees a win. There's always a chance it could be blocked, so watch out. In these intense matches, every move you make presents a risk and hopefully a reward. Your energy gauge could be the key to victory. Will you use it for an offensive zone shot? Or use it for some defensive zone speed?
I mean, it looks okay if you're
Let's
into
say
this.
you go for the zone shot. Will you go for a surefire point? Or will you try to destroy your opponent's racket and run the risk of getting blocked? Non-stop, split-second strategies may be the best part about Mario Tennis Aces. Purists rejoice. You can also play using simple rules, which means only basic shots are allowed.
The Dark Souls of tennis. True.
Once you connect online, you can play a match with your friends or other players.
Did you notice at the
Events
top there?
and online tournaments will be held frequently.
In like small text at the top, they had... I didn't get to read the whole thing, but I noticed at the end it said required a paid subscription.
Even additional characters.
I think we'll see info about that
There's
today.
also swing mode, which allows you to use your Joy-Con like a tennis racket. Forehand, backhand, slice, and lob. This mode is perfect when you want to play the game casually with your friends and family.
Because they learned nothing from the Wiimotes going through TVs.
The game offers a refined approach to tennis gameplay, focusing on deep strategic payoffs. Plus, the story mode.
This is one thing I was really worried about with the Direct tonight, that games we already know about, they were going to spend way too much time elaborating on, meaning very little time for new stuff and new announcements.
Mario Tennis Aces launches June 22nd. Oh, and one last thing.
Speaking of which...
As we approach
oh,
the
never
game's
mind.
launch, we decided to hold a pre-launch online tournament. That way, you can try out Mario Tennis Aces for yourself. We'll announce the details at a later date.
Oh, real quick at the top here. Internet connection required during online play. The registration and linkage of Nintendo account and acceptance of Nintendo account agreement and privacy policy are required. Online services require a Nintendo account starting September 28. So it starts in September 2018. I think they've already announced that for sure. Some online services will also require a paid subscription. Paid online service availability may be limited based on location. Right, so they really need to give us a bit more info on that, because what we don't know about it is kind of crippling at the
Tracker
moment.
is bound for Nintendo Switch. Explore a variety of tricky sandbox-style levels inspired
knew this
by
would get
Japanese
remastered
box
at some
garden
point.
called Hakoniwa. You can rotate the camera and touch the screen for a better view of hidden treasures. And this time, We've included a few Super Mario Odyssey levels too. Now you can explore locales from a variety of kingdoms, like New Donk City.
This was apparently a popular
By the
game.
way, did you know Captain Toad appeared in Super Mario Odyssey 2?
Of course, we knew
The
that.
Nintendo Switch version can be played with a friend by sharing a pair of Joy-Con controllers. While one player controls Captain Toad, the other can assist with things like turnip cover fire, so you can enjoy tracking treasure together.
It might
We
be
also
okay.
plan to release a Nintendo 3DS version with 3D visuals and touchscreen controls. It feels like there's a box garden right in your hands. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker launches July 13th.
Now we just need that one remaster that I actually want.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
It's Animal Crossing. This sounds like Animal Crossing to me. Oh no, I think... Isn't that... What? Undertale, maybe? Yeah. Eventually. Everyone's gonna lose their shit over that. Everyone loves that game for some reason. It's just fake Earthbound if you ask
Gaming
me.
icon crashes Nintendo Switch.
Oh look!
The impossible
Crash
isn't
Bandicoot.
possible until it happens. All 3 original Crash Bandicoot games are debuting on a Nintendo system for the very first time. Spin,
Sony
jump,
fanboys
and whump through the trilogy's
going to
100
lose
plus
their
action
mind.
platforming levels as Crash and his sister Coco. Everything from the cinematics to the animations to the lush environments has been fully updated since the original games, so they'll look great on your TV or on the go. Ruin Dr. Neo Cortex's plans for world domination and save Tana in Crash Bandicoot. Form an uneasy alliance with the mad...
It's a shame that they ruined the first game by the modifications that they made to Crash's jump. Not just his jump, but also his hitbox.
Insane Trilogy is officially making the Wump to Nintendo Switch July 10th.
A lot of people are going to be happy about that, though.
Never fear,
I have it on
Little
PS4, I don't
Nightmares
mind.
is almost here. From award-winning independent developer Tarsier Studios comes a charmingly horrific adventure
Maybe.
like no other.
Maybe we'll get a Crash amiibo.
The puzzle platformer Little Nightmares will trap you in the Maw, a vast vessel of mystery haunted by corrupted souls. The complete edition on Nintendo Switch contains 2 haunting tales in one package. In
I was never
6
into this
and
game.
the kids' separate adventures, you must face their childhood fears across all 8 chapters, including all past downloadable content. Each room is a cell, each resident is a threat, and both present complex 3D puzzles to master. Not to mention, you can receive the Nintendo Switch exclusive in-game Pac-Man mask by tapping the Pac-Man amiibo figure.
Pac-Man?
Little Nightmares
Oh, right, it's
Complete
Bandai
Edition
Namco.
releases on May 18th. South Park is coming to Nintendo Switch.
I'm really surprised that South
We're
Park is
excited
coming.
to announce that South Park The Fractured But Whole is coming to Nintendo Switch. From the creators of South Park comes this outrageously offensive superhero adventure that you can play anytime, anywhere.
I know Nintendo have been trying to go more adult and with what they let onto their console, but still, this is a bit extreme. I'm surprised.
Department's superhero team. Then have yourself a time with a battle system as surprisingly deep as the show that spawned it.
Aw, you just let him hit you.
Choose a class, level up, build your notoriety, craft items, go on quests, and more. All past DLC will be available for purchase individually or as a part of the Season Pass.
Oh look, Season
DLC
Pass, of
1
course.
Danger Deck. And DLC 2 From Dusk Till Casa Bonita will be available at launch. And DLC 3 Bring the Crunch will tell an additional story when it releases later this year. South Park, The Fractured But Whole releases on Nintendo Switch.
I'm surprised it's
April
coming out so
24th.
soon on the Switch.
Hyrule Warriors
No
Definitive
SD
Edition
Rage,
launches
no promises.
When exactly? Let's take a quick moment for a release date announcement. The heroes and villains of the Legend of Zelda series are about to spring into action once more this spring. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition launches May 18th only on Nintendo Switch.
But May is summer.
Give ARMS a go.
They're promoting
If you're not an
ARMS?
ARMS fan just yet, well, we have good news.
The game came
On
out a
March
year ago.
31st, we'll be hosting a 3-day test punch. Download this demo event from Nintendo eShop on Nintendo Switch. Play for free and see what you think of the world's stretchiest fighting game. Inkopolis News
And
Bulletin.
Splatoon 2.
It's update time. Attention Inklings. After months of intense online and offline splatting, Europe's best Splatoon
You don't
2
need to
teams will
waste
splat it out for
Nintendo
ultimate
Direct time
glory
on
at the
a game
Splatoon
update.
European Championship Finals at Polimanga in Switzerland on March 31st. As well as showcasing the best Splatoon 2 teams that Europe has to offer, the Splatoon European Championship will also play host to a special virtual concert.
Oh, the concert. I heard about that.
Pearl and Marina of the game's pop idol duo, Off the Hook, will appear on stage to sing along to a series of slammin' tracks and perform their slickest choreographed moves.
I've always
all
wanted to see
accompanied
one
by
of
a live
those
band.
hologram concerts.
It seems like those two are also
What up,
coming.
Cody? Welcome.
Can't make
You're
it to
catching
the event?
right at the end.
We've got you covered. You'll be able to watch the tournament's thrilling conclusion as well as the Off the Hook concert via live stream. But wait, there's even
There's
more
more.
Splatoon 2 news.
Probably update stuff.
This April,
Yeah,
Splatoon 2 is
3.0.
getting an update. Version 3.0 is coming. Here's a brief and briny taste of what's to come. 100 new pieces of gear. That
I
means
understand
fresh
why they
looks just
put
in
it
time for
in
spring.
in the Direct now because
Plus,
of
more
the
stages.
European Championship
Piranha
and
Pit,
the concert announcement.
Camp Triggerfish, and the hottest date spot for the hippest Inklings, Wahoo World.
I never liked Splatoon.
And what? Rank X is here.
Oh boy, Rank X. No
Rank
idea what
X
that
is
is.
an extreme rank, even higher than S+. More details are coming soon.
I don't know how that
Once you meet
works.
certain conditions, Callie will appear in Octo Canyon.
Aren't they the girls from the
The
first
world
one?
of Splatoon 2 continues to evolve, so don't miss out.
I don't know what the... Whoa. Oh, I thought that the game would actually do that for a second.
Now, a word from the Squid Research Lab. Check out their latest video.
UI updates for the Switch would have been nice. Or, you know, features that were missing. And still no info on the upcoming paid subscription online thingy. I think it's new character and maybe new map. The Switch would explode if you tried to put a Battle Royale thing onto it. These are like the Gangsta Underground ones. It's like the Beastie Boy version. I don't get the significance of all this stuff. I was expecting the dubstep to kick in. I mean, the old guy even looks like she's dressed like Mike D. Is it like a new story mode? It looks like it might be a new campaign or something. I don't know if there's a normal campaign in Splatoon. But it looks like they're adding maybe a new campaign or something. It's obviously hitting on the retro vibe. Splatoon 2 Octo. You must own Splatoon 2 European version on Nintendo Switch to access downloadable content. Okay, so it's DLC.
どうも イカ研究員です。いかがでしたか？今ご覧いただいたのはスプラトゥーン2の有料追加コンテンツとして配信予定の新たなヒーローモー
I
ド
wish I had sunglasses
オ
for
クト
this.
の映像です。タコのような見た目の主人公8号は全ての記憶を失い、薄暗い地下鉄のホームで目覚めます。こ
I'm
こはどう
surprised
やら
Splatoon
地下
of all
深くに
games
建
is
設さ
getting
れた
paid
謎
DLC.
の実験施設。この巨大な地下世界には80もの実験施設が存在し、それぞれが地下鉄で結ばれています。
Yeah, they're trying
駅のホ
really
ームに
hard
直
with that
結した施
music.
設では主人公の行く手を阻むミッションが待ち受けます。さらにこれまで明かされなかったキャラクターたちの核心に迫る物語が繰り広げられ、スプラトゥーンシリーズを遊び尽くした方にも新鮮な気持ちでお楽しみいただけるでしょう。
What I'm
地
curious
下
is,
世界からの脱出後
does
は
Splatoon
なんと
have
タコの姿で
a story mode
バト
as
ル
it
に
is?
参加することができるようになります。この新たな体験をぜひお楽しみください。
No, I don't think the
オクトは
DLC will
ラ
be
テン語で
included
数字の
as the
8を
subscription thing.
2018年はタコの年。スプラトゥーン
Because of
2
course.
オクトエキスパンションは
That's how we roll.
今年の夏配信予定です。このオクトエキスパンションはダイレクト終了後に任天堂スイッチ
You can pre-order
の
it.
e ショップで予約購入することができます。
Full price. Okay, say you have to be charged full
研究
price.
さんありがとうございました。
Well, we're probably done by now.
スプラトゥーン2さらに盛り上がっていきそうですね。
ご期待ください。
本日の任天堂ダイレクトは以上ではなく、
Oh,
実はもう一本
One
映像
more
をご用意しています。それでは本日最後の映
last
像を
video for
ど
today.
うぞ。
Oh, of course. If you're good at something, you don't do it for free. Splatoon 3DS. That's obviously what this is. It has to be Splatoon 3DS. I mean, what else could it be? Oh, it's Smash! No way! Oh, snap! It's Smash! Finally, a game to buy on the Switch this year. Oh, that's the worst announcement ever. Super Smash Bros. Switch. No, they didn't even give it a title. Oh, I was expecting better than that. I don't know how you guessed that flag. I don't know how you guessed that would be Smash. So presentation is now finished. Okay, so what did we think of that? Well, the Smash announcement, if you want to call it an announcement, the Smash tease, or I suppose it's technically the announcement. It's not the reveal, it's just the announcement. That was surprising. I didn't think we'd see something for Smash even teased in a way like this at all. I thought Smash is one of their big games. I thought they'd keep Smash for the whole deal. Fucking Smash Switch. I know. Oh, Jordan, I didn't even realize you were here. But it was a long stab in the dark as they were fighting. Yeah, I was, like I said, I was expecting a 3DS version. So Smash is obviously the big takeaway from this. They didn't even give a title. They just obviously said it was coming soon. We all knew Smash was coming for the Switch eventually. It's one of their franchises. It's going to happen. And the fact that Smash is coming now, it's officially confirmed that they've announced it, which is good stuff. Because let the Wii U and 3DS versions die. Let them go away. Let the Switch version be completely unhindered by the development of the 3DS version. So don't give us a 3DS/Switch version. Give us the full-on thing. I can hear Smash fans screaming around the world. They're probably already losing their mind. What's going to be really interesting is who they add new for Switch. So let's break it down for a second. Who is new in the Nintendo ecosystem since Smash on Wii U and 3DS released? Okay, realistically, I want to say Splatoon. Obviously, the Splatoon characters are in it. They were in the trailer. That's a given. I don't think they were in the Wii U and 3DS games. Who else is there? They already have Bayonetta. They have Cloud. They have Ryu for some reason. Then again, I suppose you could say the Street Fighter Anniversary and the Ultra Street Fighter. Who else could they put in it? Unless they put in some of the heroes from Legend of Zelda, I can't think of anything. Ice Climbers were already in it though. Unless they bring them back, they could, like Cody says, they could bring in one of the Dark Souls characters, possibly, especially because there is the amiibo for that too. Who else could be in it though? I mean, it's not like they can only add 2 or 3 new characters for a brand new Smash game. So, I mean, like, I'm thinking through my mind, Shulk was already in it. He was from Xenoblade Chronicles 1. He was already in one of the Smash games. Unless they bring in one of the characters from Xenoblade Chronicles X, which were terrible characters, or the guy from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, whose name I can't remember because I barely played it. I can't remember his name whatsoever. But that Smash is still the big thing. I'm very pleasantly surprised by that Luigi's Mansion thing. I want to buy it on the 3DS, but at the same time, I might just buy the GameCube version. Because, retro game collector and all that stuff. But let's go back to talking about Smash. Smash is the actual important thing. But I'm trying to think, I didn't skip many big Switch games. So I'm trying to think of the characters they could bring in, Switch-wise. And I'm still drawing blanks. So I think that's... let's see, Splatoon. Oh, ARMS. Yeah, that's true. They could bring in ARMS characters. They could potentially bring back Solid Snake. I somehow doubt that. Splatoon. Yeah, Splatoon is pretty much a given. ARMS. The Breath of the Wild ones, like I mentioned. They could bring in Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes. That's a good suggestion too. Does Smash have Rabbids? No, it doesn't. But they could bring in the Rabbids. I even completely forgot that Mario plus Rabbids even existed. It's not my kind of game. Well, it is my kind of game, but it's an Ubisoft game, so I don't want to play it. I'd rather play XCOM. But when are we going to see Smash again? That's the big thing. So, Smash, I don't think we're going to see anything regarding Smash in any direct up until E3. Now, will Nintendo do a Nintendo Direct E3? Who knows? They're actually on top again, and they're not in the crappy... It was actually a cough, Paul, rather than a sneeze. But thank you regardless. I think now that they're not in a shambles like Nintendo used to be, they'll actually show their face at E3 again. Possibly. I could be wrong. But I think when we're going to see Metroid, Bayonetta, and now Smash, I think we're going to see all 3 of them at E3 for sure. Definitely. We'll see gameplay footage for at least 2 of them. Obviously Smash, not Smash, Metroid and Bayonetta, because Bayonetta is rumored to release this year. Smash is the big one though. When are we going to see more of that? I think they'll tell us more about Smash at E3. I don't think they'll show us more, or if they do, it'll be very, very minuscule. I don't think we'll get a release date. I don't think Smash will be out this year. I just don't think it's going to happen, because they've already got a couple of well, Metroid is probably next year, so Smash probably could be this year. It's so weird to South Park characters. They could potentially put South Park characters in it. Did I see Hideki Kiyama's tweet today? Is that the one about the Joy-Con with the D-pad? I saw that, yeah. But who knows? It's the problem I have with that tweet and the Joy-Con and the D-pad is, yes, I would love a proper D-pad. The problem is it's on the crappy Joy-Cons. Like, let me grab my Switch here. Okay, so here's my Switch. It's been so long since I've taken these off. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, there's a button on the back. That's right. The Joy-Cons. I hate these Joy-Cons. They're so small. I can't stand them. They're not comfortable at all. I despise these. So, if they release Joy-Cons with D-pads, it doesn't bother me personally, but I can understand it from a different point. Oh great, my Switch is going to turn on when I put it back in the dock. I usually power it down fully, but whatever. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. So, as far as the Joy-Con thing was going, yeah, that's right. So Nintendo have said that they're going to focus on accessories to prolong the lifespan of the Switch, which could mean the D-pad version of the Joy-Cons. It could also mean analog trigger Joy-Cons or analog trigger Pro controllers. The big issue I have when you look at the Joy-Cons, and if you use them, you know, when you turn them sideways and like use one Joy-Con as a whole controller, you can't do that properly if you have a D-pad on it, because then you have your stick and your D-pad instead of the buttons. Now I realize at that point you'd already have your other Joy-Con, your regular Joy-Con, to use in that situation with the buttons, but that's a whole other story. Now, here's another big one. What's going to be the preferred controller for Smash on the Switch? Because, number one, the Pro Controller is decent. Pretty much everything about the Pro Controller is perfect except for two things. One, it's got a pretty not too great D-pad. It's like slightly below average. It's not great. It's better than the Joy-Cons, obviously, but it's not great. And it doesn't have analog shoulder buttons. That's kind of moot for Smash. The big thing for Smash is, now that the GameCube adapter and the GameCube controllers work on a Switch dock, what's going to be the big thing? It's definitely not going to be the Joy-Cons. You're not going to see any reputable player or any reputable person using Joy-Cons, split single-handed Joy-Cons to play Smash. Not going to happen. Jordan, you're probably still in chat. You're a Smash guy. You let me know. What do you think? I'm thinking either the GameCube controller. Please, guys, move on from the GameCube controller. It's a decent controller, but please move on for it from Smash. And I think it's going to be a tie between that, the GameCube controller, and the Pro controller for that stuff. But Joy-Cons are not small. It's your man hand. Yeah, well, see, that's just it. I've got big man hands, so I'm a big manly man, you know. So I need big controllers. I need my Xbox Duke controller, you know. But yeah. So overall, what did I take away from this? What am I happy with that we saw in this? Well, really, it's the potential of the Luigi's Mansion, because I could buy it on the 3DS. The problem is it's probably going to be 40 or 50 euro on the 3DS. I can buy Luigi. Like, let me take a look here real quick, okay? We're going to check one thing, if I could even spell eBay properly, which I can't. So let's see. I mean, this is probably going to be less than 20 euro. Luigi's Mansion GameCube. I cannot spell today whatsoever. Yeah, see, this is dirt cheap. Like, you can get Luigi's Mansion for less than 20 euro on the GameCube. And you can get it on 3DS for what's probably going to be full price. I don't know about that. I mean, I can see the attraction for some of it. Not everyone has a GameCube. Not everyone has a Wii. Not everyone has access to play these. So, yeah, they could buy that. But, I mean, for me, personally, not so much. So, I'm really happy about that, potentially. Other than that in Smash, there was one other thing I was kind of moderately surprised about, but I can't remember what it was now. Let's see, the Smash fans would outrage Duke controller, but I could justify buying a new one. I wouldn't buy the new one because it's made by Hyperkin and they make dirt. The GameCube Pro controller. Do I have my GameCube controller behind me? Give me 1 second. I don't have my... Wait, I don't even need this on anymore. The audio stopped. I don't have my GameCube controller behind me anymore. It's in the other room. But I do have this. So this is the big deal that I was talking about. I mean, realistically, it's... Well, wrong side. It's the D-pad. That's the big issue. But I don't think you really use the D-pad for Smash, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure you use the actual analog sticks for Smash. And when it comes down to it, other than the fact that I don't think you need analog shoulder buttons for Smash, and I don't think you need the D-pad for Smash, this could potentially replace the GameCube controller. Because the GameCube controller is a good controller, of course, but at the same time, will people are just well, I suppose at this point people are just used to playing on the GameCube controller. People will have been using the GameCube controller for the last like 10-15 years on each iteration of the game as it's gone by, and they're not going to want to give it up. They're used to it, they're used to how it plays, how it feels, how they can do everything, so I can see that side of it. Although at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if this turned out to be an actual replacement for the GameCube controller when it comes to Smash, at least anyway. But then again, I'm not a hugely competitive Smash player, so I don't really know for all there. Well, that version is free, Flag. So, but we won't talk about that one. So that I don't know. What was the other one? Oh, actually, you know what? Let's talk about a bunch of rumors and a bunch of announcements that were thrown around before the Nintendo Direct came out. Oh, it was a late port that was in my mind. It escapes me. But let's talk about a bunch of the other rumors and all. So, Call of Duty was the big one. Now, okay, I have no interest in Call of Duty at all, even the series, not just on Nintendo. I just don't play it anymore in general. But a lot of people were expecting Call of Duty to be announced in this Direct for the Switch, because it was announced earlier today for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. There was no way it was going to be announced for Switch. They were just not doing it. It's ludicrous. Other announcements or other rumors that were going on as well. By the way, let me know rumors that you've seen around in the stream chat as well, and we'll talk about them. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. There we go. We'll get to that in a second. So, what was I saying? I was talking about rumors. Oh yes, there was another rumor going around that because they were going to talk about 3DS stuff in this. Let me close that eBay tab with Luigi's Mansion. Someone's going to see that now and say, oh, Luigi's Mansion for less than €20. I'm going to go buy that so you can't. I buy them in person usually, so don't worry about that. What was I talking about? Oh yes, 3DS rumors. There was a rumor that they were supposedly going to be remaking Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for 3DS, which would have been good. That's a great Zelda game, and I don't think it gets enough love. I know it's available digitally on the 3DS, maybe even on the Wii U, but who has a Wii U? I mean, it's 2018, right? But there was that rumor would have actually been nice if that was true. There was rumors going around about Super Mario Odyssey paid DLC, new proper worlds and stuff. Funny enough, one of them actually was rumored to be the Luigi's Mansion world, which, well, they just gave us Luigi's Mansion instead, so that works, doesn't it? So that would have been nice. I'm usually fairly against paid DLC from any company, but I do think that would have been nice. Super Mario Odyssey, the gameplay is just so good that it would have been a welcome addition to Super Mario Odyssey to have new worlds, paid DLC, if it must be, just to get more of the same thing. Now, there was a couple of rumors here in the stream chat that people have seen. So let's see. Crash Bandicoot, that was a big one, of course. Now, that doesn't bother me personally. I have it on the PS4. I was expecting it to be announced separately, probably tomorrow, for Xbox and PC now, because, well, the multiplayer cat's out of, or the multi-platform cat is out of the bag. But a lot of people are going to be happy about that for the Switch version, because, well, everyone's been asking for it. And Crash 1 on the PS1 was a great game. Crash 1 in the Remaster Collection is terrible. Crash 2 and 3 in the Remaster Collection are good. But, yeah, they changed Crash 1 and it plays worse now. So, let's see what else we got here. The GameCube controller, it gives people a competitive edge. That's one way of looking at it, especially because it's a wired controller as well. Captain Toad, thank you for that one, Paul. That was the other one I couldn't remember. I figured at some point they would remaster that over. Now they just need to give us the remaster of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and then I'll be happy, because I don't want to use that god-awful Wii U gamepad just to play it, and I don't want to connect up my Wii U again to play it. But, yeah, I could potentially buy that. I didn't buy Treasure Tracker... Is it Treasure Tracker? On the Wii U. I may buy it on the Switch, not 100% sold, but the fact that they're adding new stuff and that's not the Wii U, that's pretty, it's pretty promising in there. I know a lot of people are going to be happy about it because a lot of people were asking for that too. Let's see, not even a Wii-style watered-down port. I'm assuming, Flag, you're talking about the Call of Duty potential over. I don't think they'd even bother developing a separate Call of Duty for the Switch, like just its own complete thing. I know they did for some on the Wii, they did for some on the Vita. I don't think they're going to bother doing it at this point. I mean, sure, the Nintendo Switch has sold a shitload of actual consoles. It's going to continue to sell a shitload of consoles. But also at the same time, there's 76.5 million PS4s out there. There's 35 million Xbox Ones. There's hundreds of millions of PC gamers. They all use basically the same architecture. They're just going to focus on that, I think. The first-person shooter market, I think, is relatively small on the Nintendo Switch. Look at Doom, for example. The game flopped. It sold, like, I think it was 35,000 units within its first, like, 2 months or something like that. It was pretty poor, and, well, they just fell off the map within release. And I know a lot of people are going to hate on me for saying it. They cut too much out of Doom, and it shouldn't have been released. The same is going to happen for Wolfenstein. It goes against pretty much everything that those games were designed for, and it's gone too far, in my personal opinion. So let's see what else we have here. In Flag's opinion, they should focus their 3DS efforts for third world regions, not just entry-level users. At this point, you can get 2DSs and stuff, so I can understand when you buy even a 2DS or a 3DS or a new 3DS or new 2DS or whatever, you have the same library of games, with the exception of, Xenoblade Chronicles and one other thing. Every game that's upcoming on the Nintendo DS family, we call it, the 3DS family, is going to work on it. So even if you buy a 2DS for one of the poorer countries, it's still relatively accessible. So that's it there. Let's see. Yes, I agree. The Switch doesn't gear itself well for online storage. Oh yeah, don't even get me started about the Switch. Don't even get me started about Switch storage and Switch online, because I've talked about that many times, much to most people's annoyance because they don't agree with me. But frankly, I like to demand better. I don't just accept whatever companies give me when it's completely subpar and decade plus behind what other companies have offered. But you see where I'm going with this, but we'll see how it goes for when it comes to that. Google I've seen the Shazam. No, not the Shazam stuff. Oh yeah, they're filming the new one, but yeah. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about before I ended this, but I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Project Octopath Traveler. It was something on the Switch. It wasn't tennis. It wasn't Octopath Traveler. I don't think it was Dark Souls. It wasn't Detective Pikachu. I know that's on the 3DS, but I'm just trying to list through everything in my mind. You know what we can do, actually? All the trailers will have gone up on Nintendo's page, so I can look through them there, and that will remind me. So here we go. We've got Octopath Traveler, Splatoon. I've already mentioned the Splatoon thing, actually. That was kind of nice that they were adding the extra... Wow, they put like no trailers up here. They only have a handful of them. Yeah, they've only got 2 of them. I'm actually really surprised about that. Captain Toad, no, we already covered Captain Toad and the remaster port on that. You know what? Wait a minute. Why is that Nintendo Direct longer? Oh, that's the like pre-stream and all that as well. I'm just going to skip through this real quick. So we've got the Wii one that no. We've got the whatever that was. No. I think I might have that was a 3DS game. Pikachu, Luigi's Mansion, Kirby. I know that was on Switch. Oh, Kami, that was the other one. I knew it was a late HD port that I was trying to think of. A lot of people are going to be happy about Okami. I know I said that before because it wasn't that originally. Wow, I cannot type tonight at all. Yeah, there we go. I knew it came out on the Wii. I knew it came out on at least one Nintendo platform. Where have we got? PS2 and Wii. I knew it. Yeah, there we go. A lot of people were upset about that because it came to the Wii, but when it was remastered and all, it obviously didn't come to the Wii U because nothing came to the Wii U. But it didn't come to the Switch at first. I mean, the game has been out for a while now, and like let me give you a comparison here. If my Steam would ever open, there we go. My Steam will open now.
On
So,
Nintendo Switch,
Okami...
an adventure unlike any other.
Like, when did this come out?
Conveyor belt sushi
I'm pretty
action.
sure this came out, like,
Sushi
early
Story,
last year.
The Way of Sushido.
Release date. Okay, no, it came out the end of last year, 12th of December. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, it's coming out a couple of months after the rest of the other consoles. That's not too bad. Usually, like, I've made a video about how late ports to the Switch need to stop. Now, the problem is the Switch is being 1 year old is a whole other story. Companies like Capcom have known about the Switch for years. They helped Nintendo develop the Switch. They went to Nintendo and said, hey, you're trying to put 3 gig RAM into this, 3 gig video RAM into your Switch. We need 4. And yet here we are getting late ports of games months later. That stuff needs to stop, especially because what's the price going to be? The price on some of these ports are expensive. More expensive than other platforms and other consoles because they've had time to drop in price. Like, Okami HD on PC is €20. On... Let me take a look at GameStop to see how much this is. It's €25. Now, how much is the Switch version going to be? So that's a big deal. We don't want these games to be late and more expensive. And I hate to say it, but I'm being real here, and this isn't a full-on attack against it, so don't go mad, but it will be an inferior looking and performing version. Some people will argue portability. That's a whole other story. I'm not going to get into it. I don't agree with it, but that's, yeah. Now, oh yeah, this was still running in the background. I forgot about this. Oh my god, don't even get me started about that phone game. So let's see. Travis touchdown. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It looks like a step back from the previous one. So I mean, I'm not too happy about that, because if you played any of the other two games, I only played the first one myself, but even on the Wii, it was an open world game. That one looks very linear. So I mean, we got Dark Souls. Everyone's gonna go mad for the amiibo. Mario Tennis they spent way too long talking about. Captain Toad. Undertale, people are going to go mad for. Personally, I just recommend everyone just plays Earthbound instead. Crash. Little Nightmares. The game won a decent amount of awards, but I was never interested in it. South Park, I already forgot that was coming. Hyrule Warriors. No, I'm not a fan of Hyrule Warriors. Don't really like Dynasty Warriors games, but that's just me. ARMS, don't know why that's still going on. Splatoon, spent a lot of time. We'll watch this one just a little bit again. You're kind of raging. I can't hear this now because my headphones are over there. Travis Strikes Again had a short development. It could have potentially had a short development. It was originally announced at the Switch announcement event in January of 2017. The problem is, because it's an exclusive, how long in advance did Suda51 actually know about it? So that could have potentially been in development for a good while, but it doesn't look like it's been in development for a long time. But there's Smash anyway, so that's Smash. There's other stuff on there as well. Like look, and even on the right here, you see that the Life and Death of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That ties in slightly with another rumor that was going around. People had faked footage of, I think it was Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 playing on the Nintendo Switch. Let me pause that. I keep forgetting that audio is probably playing for you guys. So it is what it is. What am I disappointed we didn't see anything about? One, there's the whole issue with the Virtual Console. That's been beaten to death at this point because there's the rumors. Are we getting it? Are we not? Are we getting it as a subscription service? Are we not getting it at all? I don't know. It's just too weird. The big thing I was very disappointed that we didn't see anything detail-wise about is their paid online service. They haven't given us anything about it. They've said that it's coming in September of 2018, and that's it. That you need to pay to play online. And obviously, now that could be an indicator that Smash is coming out in August or September. It would be perfect to launch with that. Everyone's going to want to play Smash competitively online. I say competitively online, but the two of them are kind of counterintuitive. But it makes sense that the two of them could go there. That could be a big Christmas game if it comes out this year. we'll have to wait and see, because they're going to need a reason to bring out a big game a big game with a big online focus to come out at the same time as their online thing, because you can't just expect people to go from playing Mario Kart for a year and a half for free, and Splatoon for a year and a bit, and ARMS for a year and a bit, all for free, to just those 3 games, and maybe, well, what's it called? Maybe Street Fighter when that comes out, but that's only a couple of months. So I'm very disappointed we didn't see any info about that. I think we'll see a bunch of the stuff, and let's see. When Suda51 appeared at the first Switch Direct, he had no clue what the game was like, saying, I forgot my homework. Pretty much. I mean, we all remember his, yeah! But that kind of flopped on its face because the Japanese audience was taking it very seriously. And Suda51 he's a pretty eccentric guy. But that's pretty much it for the actual Switch Direct. I think we've covered it. I mean, I've spent way longer than I expected to talk about it in this. I thought I'd be done 5 minutes after it finished, but it is what it is. So, you think Smash will be the full paid online launch, Paul? I probably agree with you, and it's probably going to be that anyway. So that's it as far as the Nintendo Direct stuff goes. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't mind-blowing. Smash was a decent announcement, but at the same time, we all knew it was coming. And realistically, what did they say in this? They gave a logo. That's it. They gave us a logo and a CG trailer that basically had nothing to do with Smash. So, we all knew it was coming. Is it that big of an announcement? I mean, what's the point of showing us that? Or what's the point of getting hyped for Smash now if it's not coming out for 2 years? So, I won't say skeptical about that, but I'll remain less completely hyped about that. We can close those. And I know there's a couple of decent games coming out in the meantime. Personally, I was very weary of the Switch for 2018. They didn't have many big first-party titles lined up. Granted, some of them aren't huge, but there's still first-party titles coming out every so often, which is important. Even if they're not the biggest things in the world, as long as support is there, that's the key thing. Now, just hopefully, I've said it before, they remaster Tokyo Mirage Sessions HD, and I will be happy with that. But that's it anyway. So, that's pretty much everything covered. Let's see, the region bit on the board. Yes, I will be getting rid of the terrible first stream that didn't actually work out properly. I just wanted to look at this first, which is, yeah. So, that's it. That's it for the Nintendo Direct anyway. I'm sure many of you out there are probably happy about something in this other than the obvious stuff like, say, Smash or Dark Souls or... well, that's really the only 2 big ones that they actually showed in this, but I'm sure there's something out there for everyone. There's a decent variety, which is good to see, even if it doesn't appeal to me personally, but it is what it is. At least they're trying, unlike they did with the Wii U, when they basically just said after like 6 months that they weren't going to bother with anything, and they released the game like once a year. But that's it anyway. So, thanks everyone for joining me. Hopefully something in this tickled your fancy, and within the next month or 2 or a couple of months, whenever the game you are looking forward to comes out, be it Captain Toad or Mario Aces, Kirby, or even something on the 3DS for some unknown reason, you'll be able to play with that. So peace out everyone, thank you for joining me, making it nice and interesting in the stream chat as always, because other than that I'm just sitting here talking with this. I'll see you guys next time on whatever I do. Probably won't be a direct, because there's probably not going to be one of them for another, I don't know, month or 2, if not more. Hell, they might even wait till E3 for that, but we'll see how it goes. There'll be plenty of stuff to do in the meantime here, but that's a whole other story. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and you can check out whatever you want if any of it tickles your fancy. And until then, peace out. I will see you on the rest of the videos and streams in my channel.